Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Dennis. I'm a real estate broker here in Miami, and today we're about to visit sales office of 1428 residences. Let's go. Hi Daniela, how are you?
Hello and welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the residences of 1428 Brickell.
Thank you very much. Hi, this is Daniela, and she about to show us this beautiful office and give us full details about the project.
Come on in.
So let's start. When did you guys open?
So we just opened now, literally yesterday. You're the first person to actually step into our sales gallery. So we're really excited to have you.
Thank you very much. I like the build out that you did. I can tell you, of course, I know about the project, and we already done a couple of deals with Daniela and her great mom. They work as a team. And so it's good to see what you guys did here, honestly, because sometimes when you do work with the new developments until you guys have office built out, it's hard to kind of realize how it's going to be finished, right?
Yeah.
So let's go. Let's take a tour.
Come on over with us. Now, when you're looking here, you can take a look at our scale model. One of the big things about where it lies in the city, right? Because real estate is always location, location, location. It's located just south, right, in part of the old Brickell. These were buildings built between 1964 and 2008, right? Actually, Brickell is divided into three sections. You have the old part of Brickell, right, from 15th southwards. You have the middle part of Brickell from 15th all the way taking a line from Brickell Key towards the west. And then you have the north part of Brickell. Now, when you're looking at cities...
Where we're allocated with the project?
We're
South,
actually in middle Brickell.
Middle of Brickell, okay.
Yeah. So one of the really cool things about this project actually is that, and about the city that we're in, is that Brickell, because we look at cities in two different ways, right? What is the walkability? How easy is it to walk around, to go to the restaurants, the banks, should you need to? And two, the accessibility. How easy is it to get in and out of the area? Now, South Brickell has a high accessibility, but low walkability. You don't have restaurants around you. And North Brickell has high walkability, but getting in and out is very difficult. The great thing about our location is it's in the middle, right? You have the Goldilocks, the best of both worlds. We have both the walkability and accessibility. Now, the lot was actually purchased about 10 years ago at $45 million. So
only 45.
Only 45, you know? It was, the equity that it has is incredible. And this developer also bought a few other properties, right? We have Nolan House, which is the historical house. And we have Chateau Brickell, which we're going to launch in October, so you have to come by.
Chateau Brickell is a private club, right?
It's a private club for the executives in the area.
And the residents of the building as well.
Absolutely. And
that's a good point.
My favorite agent.
Thank you.
So let's come over and let's talk a little bit more about the scale model. Let's talk a little bit more in depth about the units.
Sounds good. Let's take a look at the finishes.
Perfect. Now, when we're looking at the building has a total of 70 stories with 189 residences. Within this building, which is totally private for our residents, we have 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms,
but also I'd like to add that, you know, we know it is important, but not everybody knows it's only 179 residences for the size of the unit. On average, it's about like 400 residences, like 350, 400, sometimes 450. So it is really important part.
The privacy aspect was one, when we were studying the buyers and we were studying how luxury is consumed, was a really important thing, because privacy is something that really is lacking in this area. Because you're right, If you're looking at any regular building, you can find between 400 and 600 units within any given building. But here was to create that sense of community within a high-rise boutique building. Now, that includes also, obviously, our services. When you come into the building, you know, the concierge will know your name. You can use the restaurant service and know that it won't be backed up.
By the way, how everybody here knows my name? Like everyone. Some people that I see first time and they're like, hey, Dennis. I was like, okay.
Of course, you're loved here. You're loved and regarded here.
You can see service is going to be incredible. I can see even like with the sales office at your prior location as well. You know, when you walk in, guys, they remember which milk I've been asked last time with the coffee, all those little details. It is something.
Yeah, it's part of the experience because when you come home, what we provide here is estate-inspired living. It's resources and amenities that you actually want to use, where you feel a sense of community while you're using them. Now, everything here is private, from our pools to our restaurants to our cafe. We have a cafe for our residents, and what we're expecting here, because the sense of privacy is so big, is that, you know, we're going to have our neighbors even knowing each other, you know, on a personal level. You'll be here with your families, and both of your families will be able to play in the pool or in the kids' playroom. Yeah.
And you said the cafe, amenities. Can you give me more details about what's going to be in the building and where it's located? Like, as much information as possible.
I love it. So we'll really enter in either through Brickell Avenue, which is Miami's main avenue, or through the Western Access Road, which is just for our building, where we'll have a service or drop-off areas for our deliveries. Now, you'll come in and our security guardhouse will announce you with the resident if you're a guest. And if you're not, it'll let you drive in immediately. We have about 80,000 square feet of common areas within this building. It's a vast amount for just 189 residences. When you come in, you're going to have your concierge desk. You're going to have a private cafe. We have 7 levels of parking area. We have this entire acre, right, where we have a lap pool, an endless pool. We have jacuzzi. We have kids' playroom. And then up top, in one of the highest price per square feet, not just for our building, but also for the city of Miami, we have the vast majority of our common areas, 10,000 square feet of spa, designed by Antonio Studio with Techno Gym, yoga pavilions. We have a 2-story owner's lounge, which this is a really great thing. We actually have lining our entire walls, floor to ceiling wine cellars, 189, each one for each one of our residents. So you can go and enjoy your wines, bring in a sommelier, and
what floor is that again?
That's on floor 67 and 68. But one of the most amazing amenities is our rooftop pool and observatory, where we have a private bar just for our residents, and the pool receives sunlight all day because it's facing towards the south.
Perfect. And you mentioned about the valet. How many parking spots come in with the units on average?
So on average, you'll have a minimum of 2.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll have a minimum of 2 assigned valets, and then 3 and 4, depending on the number of bedrooms that you have within the building. The entire building was designed by Antonio Studio and Patricia Ville with Arquitectónica. But it was just this amazing mix of structural engineers, of architects, of great minds in one room, deciding the feasibility of what the vision of our developer, which is YTech, wants to do. And one of the big things, I think, today and age is the solar backbone. And I've been asked immensely about that. For our 80,000 square feet of common areas, which is a lot, we have a solar backbone which covers the entire western facade of the building. It captures energy from the sun, and it creates 170,000 kilowatts of energy for our 80,000 square feet of common areas.
It's a lot, I don't know.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, okay. Because I'm not familiar with it.
And it's the first time in the US that they're actually implementing this technology. So it's an LED certified building. It's good to be first.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah. Now, if you want, let's take a look at the upstairs. Let's talk about the interiors of the units.
Sounds good. Let's go.
So we've just arrived in your private foyer.
My private foyer. I love it.
So one of the really great things about this building is that the level of privacy includes even 2 private elevators.
There's many great things.
There's many great things, I know, but just one of them. Okay. Just now one of them. So we have 2 private elevators for each apartment. So you'll be able to come into your private foyer and through the double doors of the unit. I'm going to interrupt you. I will add my additions from my experience working with the new developments for some time. You have service elevators, right? Yes. So it is a really good thing when you have 2 private elevators plus you have a service elevator. It is really important. For some of the buildings, even like luxury buildings, I'm not going to name them, but the thing is they don't have a service elevator, so they have only 1 elevator, so it is really a deal breaker. So for people who's looking to buy something at that level, of course, it's better to pay attention to those things. And it's those details that our buyers really don't have to think about. We just have them. Yeah. Now, another really great thing within our foyers is that if you want to order something, right? Let's say you order a package and you forgot you're going to Shanghai tomorrow. The concierge can actually come in through the service elevator into the service entrance if you authorize them and drop off your packages in this closet. So you don't have to worry about your Amazon packages all over the place. Or if you forget going downstairs and grabbing them, you have that all here in your own private home. Now let's take a look at the inside. Our doors are actually going to be with this beautiful fluted glass. Right? Have you seen it anywhere in Miami? Nowhere. This is the first time we're bringing it to Miami. Honestly, I haven't seen it as well. So you guys setting the trend. Exactly. Yep. I mean, it's proper way. By the way, also, did you mention those? I don't know what to say. Travertine floors. I'll just call it the way it is with the brass inlet. I haven't seen it when you mentioned that it's going to be that way when you just start sales, and I was like, seriously? That's also unique, you know. You don't see. Yeah. But by the way, guys, if you actually when you will watch that video, there's a building was done by the same architect at the Surfside Arte. Google it. They did a great job. So this is going to be, I guess, even better since it's not the first project in Miami and on bigger scale. You know, actually, I'm going to give you a fun fact. The reason why we chose the bronze inlays was for a very specific purpose. Marble, you know, it can expand and it can shift, especially because buildings shift a little bit. The reason why you will find these bronze inlays all over Europe in museums is because they're very durable. They make it so the marble doesn't move. So it maintains for longer times. Wow, you see, it's not just looks good, right? It's also... It's functional. Yep. Wow. And it doesn't tarnish with any chemicals. Now, ceiling heights here within the building are generally going to be 11 feet of height, which is what we're looking at now. I mean, it's pretty high. Yeah. You remember yesterday when we were getting ready for an interview and I asked you and you said, yeah, it is the actual ceiling height, and I was impressed. Yeah. Because you know what, also I can add one more thing. Sorry for interruption, but the thing is I have to add my kind of thoughts about everything, what I think when I hear, since we already did a couple of sales here in the building, and it's really, I'm really happy to see build out when you come to sales office and you see it's even better than you were expecting. Yeah. And the sitting heights and everything. So I think it's a wonderful thing as well. For sure. Okay, Daniel, let's then talk numbers. Give me everything that you would like to share with our viewers, pricing, sizes of the units, penthouses, anything that you'd like to. Okay, well, our units really begin with 2 bedrooms. So we decided very purposefully not to include any 1 bedrooms in the building. So it's a very much more residential, much more family. Can you explain why it's purposely? Because not everybody knows, we do know, but... Of course. By having 1 bedrooms or even possibly studios, there's a lot of 1 bedrooms and there's a lot of studios on the market, which are generally used, you know, mostly for students or for people coming in to rent, or they want to have parties. Yeah. But an investment just to buy and resell it as well. So in order to give much more stability to the building throughout time, we wanted something that could be passed on from generation to generation, and to be able to host families within it. This can be a family home because of the sizes. So that's, and the elevator usage is a lot less. The common area usage is significantly more protected. The materials that we're utilizing in the building, that was huge for our developers, right? So we begin with the 2 bedrooms, which are the smallest one that I would have would be 1,800 square feet. It's a 2-bedroom plus den. Now, the terrace spaces for this building are some of the most expansive I've seen in Miami.
Oh.
So they have a minimum depth of about 12 feet.
Okay. Wow.
They have between 12 and 16 feet of depth, every single apartment. And the smallest terrace that I have in this building for the 2-bedroom, for example, is actually 424 square feet, facing towards the bay, towards the water, and has a summer kitchen. So if you like to grill, you can. This is one of the few buildings in Miami where all of the apartments actually have that capability.
Yeah, that's a good point as well.
Yeah. We have some 2-bedrooms, and there's few of them, but I think that they are just homes. It's a house. Our architect really wanted to create 2-bedroom floor plans, where the first level is all social and the second level is all primary living space. These units, they start with 2,300 square feet, have 2 terraces, incredible bay facing. And I think with these Inchiterio designed sculptural staircases, they're going to be a hit. They have been a hit. I mean, we sold one already, you know. So, and these come in 2 and 4 bedroom units. Now, my 2 bedrooms, they begin around 2.4 million. They can go all the way up to about 4.4, depending on the height, right? Depending on the level that we're standing on. Then we jump to the 3 bedrooms, which are always going to be corner units, 180 degrees, similar to where we're sitting now, either to the south or to the north. The terrace space for these units are about 1,000 square feet. They're huge, also with summer kitchens. And then we move on to our 4 bedrooms. In terms of 3 bedrooms, we're looking between 3.7 million, going all the way up to 4.6. And then our 4 bedrooms can be 5.5 and up. The really great thing about this building is that, you know, we have our payment schedule, which can be done little by little. Right? You don't have to put all of the money down right now. We can start off with a 10% at moment of contract, 10% in 90 days, 10% at groundbreaking, which we tie to the actual groundbreaking of the building.
And when is the groundbreaking? Sorry.
So it's actually estimated a little bit later on this year, so between December and February.
Okay.
And then top off, which is estimated for 2025. 60% at closing when we close in June of 2027. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, one of the big luxuries that this building wanted to provide for its residents is the ability to choose. And the ability to choose whether you want the closed kitchen or the open kitchen was a really big factor between our architects. So what did they do? They added these incredible Rimadecio glass enclosures where you can actually...
Can you say that word again?
Rimadecio glass enclosures.
I like it.
Rimadecio.
Yeah.
So with the tracks on the ceiling, these mirror doors don't have the tracks on the floor. They're ultra stable, which is one of the genius of Rimadecio, and visually it doesn't divide the space between the living room and the kitchen. Now, when we're looking at the kitchen, these are some of the most exquisite kitchens on the market. Award-winning Antonio Inchiterio design Principessa Convivium collection. These are done by Arclinia. Now, when you're looking at the kitchens, you're going to notice the light oak wood paneling, right? So this structure actually does come included in all of the purchases. All of our kitchens will actually receive it. The lighting structure can actually even be an art piece. So you can utilize it as decoration.
It as a shelf, right?
Exactly. It can be decoration.
So every kitchen is going to come that way.
Yes, and these are all chef-designed kitchens enveloped in ultra-luxury materials. Like, for example, our countertops are all designed in Pietra gray marble. The depression within them is a detail that was actually brought on by our architect so that if you splash water out, it won't come out and damage the cabinetry. At the same time, if you want to hide them, you can hide it. If you want to take them out, we can take them out. But it's up to you how you choose to design and to utilize your kitchen. If we use them for Uber Eats, you know, we can leave them for Uber Eats.
And also it's a good decision to separate it, because I do cook sometimes, guys.
Yeah.
But once in a while, and you know, when you have a two people in the kitchen, for example.
Yeah.
I don't know, you want to do something, you want to cook something, maybe your wife helps or mom or I don't know, anyone.
Absolutely.
And it's separated, you guys not next to each other. It's a really good one, you know.
It's a space. It's a space.
Yeah.
Another really great option that you can have is this is a shelf that comes standard in all of them.
Also
standard. And this is our spice rack. Now the kitchen is modular, so you can actually move it around, slide it, these pieces. You
just customize it the way you want it, right? So everything that we see right here, it comes on the kitchen.
Everything. And you even have the travertine marble backsplash. Now look how beautiful these cabinets slide in and out. Even the detail of where your fingers lie inside was actually designed very much on purpose to be ergonomic and to be comfortable. All of our appliances are Gaggenau appliances, right? Which include our induction cook stovetops. It includes our microwave and our oven, which are both touch open, right? And these, in order to maintain the look of stainless steel, but so that it's easy to maintain, they actually added glass on top. Our cabinetry is touch open, right? And you can bring it back down utilizing a button. If there's an obstruction, because I know you're tall, if there's an obstruction, it won't open, it'll go back down. So that's another really great thing. And a lot of our kitchens feature even this. It's a pantry that can hold food, can hold things, and it looks like a wooden panel. Now the kitchens were designed so that you can last longer around them. So you can be around your friends, be around your family. You can sit, because all of the gatherings eventually end up over here.
Yep.
You have the extension of the countertop with a platform for your feet. Yeah. So you can last for longer periods of time and you can sit comfortably around the kitchen.
All those details. And also I've seen an outlet right there.
Oh yes, that's another really fun one. The outlets are actually above so that your wires don't have to be hanging and they don't have to be attached to the wall. So we provide these things so that it's easier to be around the kitchen, to utilize it as a chef or as an Uber eater.
Oh, good job. And the bar, I think it's pretty,
Isn't
pretty
it amazing?
usable thing. And you put the piece, look, it's, you know, you can do something just to have it, but you did it, I mean, we will show it on a camera the way it looked like.
But it's such a simple concept. But
it's a simple, but even here you put details, what is it, aluminum or something, right?
Yeah.
There's inlets, all those details.
So it doesn't damage your bar stools. It doesn't damage, nobody's kicking. You know, you can place them firmly there, and your knees don't start to hurt and your ankles don't start to swell. So people generally do like utilizing it. I think when I went to Italy and I tried it for the first time, I was blown away. I was blown away. Now let's talk a little bit about the bathrooms and let's talk a little bit about the closets as well.
Let's go.
Now, come on over. Not just the look of the apartment is beautiful, you know, it's surrounded by these beautiful materials, but the big thing about it is that it's ultra functional, including the soundproofing between the walls. Part of the structure of the building is the walls between the units, because we were able to shift our structure towards the back, the backbone of the building. Part of the walls are basically soundproof.
And it's also pretty important part, because as you're aware, a lot of buildings in Miami, they just build drywall and just to sell it as quick as possible till the building is finished. And not every developer does that. I can tell you, I know only one that did that in their project. I'm not going to mention the name, but they good developer. They did a few different buildings. First building they did, and then when they started the second building, buyers from the first building decide to upgrade units in the second building because they were familiar with the project, exactly, all those little details, and I'm sure you guys will have the same success.
That's exactly what we want to do here. Now, when you're looking at our bathrooms, they're also beautifully designed by Antonio Cicerio and Patricio. You continue the travertine marble flooring, but we'll also find travertine marble vanities, the his and the hers vanities. You'll have both of them, each one with their own water closet, each one with their own regular closet, each one with their shower. What you see here for the vanity is a glass. This is a painted glass. So even the cabinets here
And the cabinets is travertine as well.
Yes, it's travertine.
Real travertine, solid travertine. It's not just a good-looking plastic.
Yeah. The walls within the building,
Uh-huh.
and you're going to see this
So
ideology.
everything the way we see is going to be like exactly.
This is a Cioccolato Travertino from Tolini, and it's a beautiful Italian marble brand. But the same curvature that you're going to see
curved
here.
right there. I'd like to touch.
Absolutely, please.
Wow.
It's pretty to look at and pretty to touch.
Yeah. So soft.
Yeah.
Soft touch.
The rain showers are all Axer model from Hans Grohe, designed by Antonio Citerio. So the entire building really is Antonio Citerio's child. You have the bathtub, which is this beautiful piece of travertine marble as well against the crystal or the glass backdrop of the rain showers. Now, don't fret. You know, our showers will be enclosed.
Yeah. Look, they was built out, carved from the whole piece, right?
It's one piece, done by hand.
Wow.
And it's a beautiful, beautiful sculpture. I don't think I could bathe in it. It's just so pretty.
It's a piece of art, you know?
Yeah, for the bathrooms. And if you want, we can talk a little bit about the closets now.
Sure. Let's go and see what we have.
Now, something really interesting about this building that sets it apart from a lot of others is that the illumination actually comes included.
Illumination or in the closet?
Illumination in the closets, in the bathrooms, throughout the apartment.
Okay, and the closets, the way we see it,
Yes.
is it built out?
It's built out,
Columns
all of
with
them.
everything, okay.
And this is solid oak. I wish you could smell the closet. It's solid oak wood.
I can smell. It smells good.
Now, to create an extension of materiality space through materiality, the architects even utilize the same bronze as we have on the floors for the rails, with a buffer above it so that you can slide the hangers in and out.
Units, can you combine them if someone, for example, wants to have like a half floor unit or like a full floor?
So
can we do that?
we actually have them designed already. Our penthouses, which are some of the most incredible spaces, 30 feet of height, 10,000 square feet, half floors.
Yep.
In one of the highest points of Miami, we have them. You can actually design them with our architects. So if you want to have your totally customized unit, we can absolutely do that for you.
Yep, and we're working on one of the, right now, penthouses with you guys and one of my guys from a team, Alexa, to client from the States. So hopefully he will move forward and decide to purchase this that great unit.
Yeah, and totally customized with Vaselli designed kitchens, which are done for the buyer by hand, by the Vaselli family, which is 3 generations of master stonesmiths from Italy.
And by the way, the sitting height at the penthouse is the same as the regular units, or?
No, it's a bit higher. So we're looking minimum 30 feet. So each floor, if you want to do it 2 stories, if you want to do it 1 floor, it's 30 total. So you have 15 to 30, depending on what you want to do. Yeah. But again, you can customize it to the way that you want to live. So we can play around with it.
It's good if you want to purchase something at this stage, like that size, a penthouse. I think it's good timing because you can, as you said, customize it and make it as personal as you want it.
Yeah. Now, between the units, we really do have concrete. That is part of the structure for the building. So we won't be able to unite, maybe 2 bedrooms. But I promise you that we can find incredible floor plans that fit exactly what you would like.
Hopefully, I will have more clients who will enjoy that building once it's finished. Because for me, as a professional, it's really important that when you sell something to your client, right? Yeah. Once the project is finished and they come and see it, and you see they are not, how to say that, they don't have any complaints about it. They're happy with the project in total. So, and this is the project that I really would love to continue to work. And I really appreciate your time. Anything else you'd like to add for those who's gonna watch it?
I will say, our units are designed around the buyer. They're around the person who's going to live them, to consume them. And that means spacious kitchens. That means spacious bedrooms. that means closets that come built out, so that the moment that you come into it, you can hang your clothes and you don't have to rush finding contractors to come and help fix things that, you know, historically aren't delivered the way that they should be. And I think that's what we're looking at here. We're looking and creating a relationship for not just this tower, but for the future.
Daniela, thank you very much for your time and for really, really enjoyable and detailed presentation.
Oh, thank you for having me, and I look forward to continuing our beautiful relationship.
Thank you.